The degree of a relationship is the number of entity types that participate in that relationship. Thus, the relationship submits that we have seen earlier too, in this example, is of degree 2. Why? Because there are 2 entity types, customer and order entity. So this relationship between 2 entities is called binary relationship. But in this video, we will be dealing with unary relationships. That is, what is unary relationship? A unary relationship is a relationship between the instances of a single entity. A sample ER diagram of a unary relationship is shown right here. Let me show you an example. Our ER diagram here says a person is married to a person. So, in this case, let's call it employee for our convenience. Okay? AIIAS employees. I have a data set of AIIAS employees, 7 of them listed here. And out of these, let's see who is married to whom. Okay? And I have an attribute called is married to. So, employee 101, Ginger Kettingweller, who is she married to? Look at the list in the data set. She is married to Jim Weller. So, I will put the employee number of Jim Weller, that is 102. And then look at Jim Weller. Who is he married to? He is married to Ginger Kettingweller. And what is her employee number? 101. So, that is how a unary relationship in an ER diagram is represented and how it is represented in an actual data set. There is one very important aspect of the ER diagram we cannot neglect, and that is the one-to-one relationship. What does that mean? That means that one instance in the data set can be related to only one other instance in the data set. That means what? In a simpler language, I will say one record can be related to only one other record within the data set. In this case, one person can be married to only one other person in the data set. I think that makes sense, and that is why it is one-to-one. So in this case, Ginger Kettingweller is married to Jim Weller. That means one instance in the data set is married to another instance in the data set. So it cannot be one-to-many. That means one person in the data set cannot be married to more than one person in the data set. So, to represent a one-to-one relationship, a single line is used. Look at that. It's different from the employee one-to-many relationship, which we will come to later. The other example in our ER diagram here shows that an employee manages another employee. So let me represent that in our data set here. So I have created another attributes called manager. So let's fill in the cells. So Ginger Kettingweller does not have any manager, so that remains empty. And Jim Weller, I think, reports to the president, 101. And then the employee number 103, Mr. Montero, reports to the president as well. So, and Kenneth Swansea, employee number 104, reports to the president as well. So, the rest of the employees, I don't think, are directly reporting to the president of the institution. So, that's it. So, that is how a unary relationship is represented in a data set. Of course, you see that how it is represented in an ER diagram. Before I close, I want to quickly mention the one-to-many relationship that exists within the employees. That is the one-to-many lines. From on one end, it is just a single line, and on the other end, it is a crowfeet that represents many. So, in this case, we can say that one employee may manage more than one or more employees. That is exactly what happens here. That is, employee 101 manages 3 other employees, and they are employee 103, 104, and 102. So that is a representation of one-to-many relationship, which is represented by the crowfeet end of the line.